So this question comes into mind every sadhak. This question will pop up every now and then. Whether I am progressing. This comes. Now this is a difficult question. But the answer is very simple. First is what are the signs, we can say signs, how to understand this, how to make oneself sure of it. That in heart, peace will settle. Level of clarity will be more in every respect. So two words like correctness and balance, these are very deep words. So it cannot be told that what now you will come to the correct decisions. You will move in the correctness more and more. So peace comes with purity. Purity increases, peace will increase. Now, having said that, these are the signs. So this difference need to be understood properly. These are vis-a-vis world. Other thing will happen is that restlessness, longing, that will increase. When I am saying peace will increase and this will sounds contradictory, it is not so. Peace in terms of world, whatever we are doing, now people just suppose you little bit more wisdom downs upon, then what will happen? You may feel, oh, this some reflection will come, this I did not do correct. So what will happen if you are nestling more and more in divinity, then you just correct it. You will not blame yourself or have some kind of guilt, because that is past. So that is the peace I am saying about, that you will not be agitated about it, what happened in the past, because that is vis-a-vis world. But this restlessness, longing, this will increase. This is vis-a-vis divinity. Then because now you are more sure that I have some destination to reach. So these two contradictory things, they are not at all contradictory in divinity. So these are the signs of progress, that I am moving in correct direction. This is how it should be understood. Now, why this? Generally, people say, no, this mind troubles a lot. It is not so. If there is no ego, mind will not trouble at all. Have you pondered over it? Mind is not a problem if it is not aligned with ego. Suppose an idea is wavering in your head, but you have nothing to do with it. Then will you be perturbed about it? Once you attach yourself with it, that this is I am the cause, or it is in me, or it is my idea, or I put it forward, and if it goes here and there, then I am that, ownership is that. So that is because of the ego. So this otherwise why it is there? Because this mind, as we say, mind, ego, intelligence, these are all part of the chitta. And what is the chit? It is ultimately consciousness which is operating, which we call in Sanskrit Mahat, all which is there. So it comes from that. Because of that, so that will be that way only. This is coming the ultimate consciousness, because it is everywhere. So we attach with that, and since we are not reaching to that perfection, then this becomes perturbed. So what to do? What can we do about this ego? So it is said that this should be given only to the eternity. How it can be given to eternity? That is what the important question is. When we say here in our path, we focus only on the ultimate, nothing less. We don't want anything. Whatever is happening with us, happening because of our karmas, prarabdha, whatever, Just because we are moving towards that, they keep refining. Things will be less. Otherwise, it will be more, it will be less. So we are moving in that direction. But we are not asking any material thing. We just want to know what will we ask for anything when we do not know who we are. Who is going to ask? So first here is who I am. So we say no, that who else I can be other than the ultimate. So we focus on that. So this is not an ego. This also need to be seen in my right perspective. Because we are aiming to the highest. That means we are aiming very clearly with open eyes to the highest. That highest should manifest in us. Because we are seeing that within. So where will we see? Are we going to see somewhere outside? No, it has to manifest within us. So that should not be a cause that no, this is an ego. This is not an ego. This is the reality. Are you, if you see it other way around, that you are trying to see no, though I have set a very high goal, I don't want to attain it, then it is a problem. No, we have set a goal and we want to reach it as soon as possible. So that should be seen in right direction. Now when this worldly things, on the one hand, when we peace settle in vis-a-vis these worldly things, and restlessness goes in that direction, then we are moving. So these three things are important. That is why I keep on referring to that article I wrote. That is the key to understand the world. That one article is more than sufficient for what all written in all the scriptures. It is very simple but very clear for a man to follow. If you go for expansion, there are unlimited shastras. You keep doing. But for a human being to understand it, that how to follow, how to get to that laya. So that is sufficient. So that is a kind of alignment. That how to align oneself, because it all is infinite. So all in that direction to move, these three things we have to understand very clearly, because the whole, which we are saying Mahat, or which we are saying the creator, that can be perceived with these physical eyes. We can. It is not possible because it is unlimited. These have limited vision. So we are making in meditation our senses normal. If the senses become perfectly normal, then they will do their perfect work. When they will do their perfect work, they will almost cease to be, despite being there. Then they become conduit of the divinity. So as that keep happening, as our whatever impressions are there about past, they keep going away, they are cleared, and we do not incur new, then we become conduit to that work. That is how, as that expansion happens, as the normal senses become normal, then only we understand what the expansion is, because it is being one with what is there. So these three things are there, that there should be, once we have moved on a path, progress is, it is one way only, so it has to happen. But how to oneself, how to come to that kind of understanding, or how to pacify oneself or encourage oneself by seeing it clearly. So this is the way. So we should see in that direction, that whether that kind of thing is happening with us. And then I have told certain things like writing about yourself, that is important. So all these things, then we have satsang, anything, any question comes, because when we move, then only anything we face, that this is where it is troubling me, then that is clear, then we move ahead. So ultimately, these are all conditions, they keep coming one by one. In the peace, there are so many conditions, they keep coming. You experience for some time, then you move on. Sometime it will stay there, then you move on. And that is how it keeps happening.
The first thing you said was peace in the heart. I understand peace in the mind. How do we differentiate between Peace in the heart and mind.
Peace in the heart is that you will not, guilt will not be there. Peace in the mind if you've done in your understanding something correctly. Then you will feel peace in the mind. If you think you have not done it correctly, you will not feel peace in the mind. But heart, in that is not the case in heart. Because either ways it is an illusion and past what has happened. Only thing, if you are moving in the direction of wisdom, you say, oh no, something wrong happened, then I will not do it. So resolve. Or something right happened, I will repeat it. So that is the difference. Is it clear? Because when we say heart, we are speaking of something very voluminous. There is this individual heart, and expansion happens, then it becomes bigger. Suppose somebody's heart is so big that it can accommodate so many hearts. So we are speaking something phenomenal. Because ultimately, where is the heart is the place of divinity seat. Prakriti par prabhu sab urvasi. Beyond, if you cross your nature, then God is nascent in every heart. And how is he? Paramananda Viraj Avinasi. How is he? He is always in bliss. No impression there. Good and bad comes when there is some impression. There is no impression. Avinasi is endless. So that place we are speaking, which God has gifted everyone.
You said going beyond one's nature. How do we understand that?
Nature, yes. So nature is what, how to make it simple, is what you need. Limiting oneself to that. What is needed. And minimizing wants. So needs are to be fulfilled by God even. Needs are this the way nature has been divided, the creation is everybody's needs should be fulfilled. But wants, we should have a check. That is what called normal, moving towards normalization. So that only if we are focused that way, that where are the needs, and we are limiting ourselves to that, then we will slowly automatically understand what the nature is. It will be revealed inside that this is how it is subtle, it will be revealed. Outside, I can say, suppose you are made of this Ashtadha Prakriti, 5 elements, you all know, 3 more, Man, Buddhi, Ahankar. These are your Sukshma Sharir, which we call subtle body. All this, these 3 do not need these 5. And you cross. So if your senses have become so normal, so they have become in that mode, that they will need minimum as much as your body is or how much you survive, that things will be there. And your mind will become one with the Mahatat, which we call ego with the eternity. And intelligence almost cease to function. It sounds contradictory, but it is so. Because intelligence is needed to discern a thing. And when discernment is not needed, because you are moving by your heart, so it will be minimal for life to function. Otherwise, right and wrong will keep happening, and then you are entangling yourself. Because we ultimately say that all are brothers and sisters, means what we are saying a very big thing, that this is a whole human family. But we have become so gross that we do not function that way. So nature means becoming one with your needs. And more you move toward divinity, the needs also become less and less. So when they come to a certain threshold point, so to say, then you become capable of serving others. Otherwise, you cannot serve. Suppose one is engaged in maintaining oneself in so many hours, how can it give any time to others? So that way, same way, needs become less and less, then we become capable of others to help the same thing to others, so that they also attain. No, there is a way. This can be attained this way.